It's October 2024. My body is physically shutting down. The agency I've poured all my effort and my love into in the last 8 months is crumbling, it's falling apart. I've got no solutions, fallen ill, and it just seems like there's no way forward. There's nothing I can really do. I know that I'm going to lose the agency, and that's basically it. That's what my life had come to. I thought I'd have to go back to a regular 9 to 5, which I was always against since my childhood. So I just felt lost again. I felt like I had no purpose. And that's where I was in October 2024. If you've ever felt like you've hit a wall that you can't climb over, this episode is meant for you. Welcome to episode 1 of the Backyard Sessions. I'm your host, Don, and I'm 26. This podcast was made for one reason and one reason only. It was for those of you who are struggling to find your purpose and feel lost and feel like the craziness of your 20s is getting to you and you've just not figured out what life is about. We're doing this raw, real, and straight from the backyard. So, the exact moment that I thought it was over and I started understanding that I was losing my first baby was when I started witnessing things around me or people around me getting greedier, getting kind of selfish, not really aligning with the mission, starting to question the work going on. And then I understood that the people I'm working with are not the ones that should be with me on this journey. They should not be the ones that I'm working with. And I just had to end it over there. It was an abrupt ending, which took a toll on my health. I did end up in the hospital. My lungs did go through a bit of an issue. I was down and out for more than a month, you could say. And then I just had to get back up and figure out what I was going to do. So every day I was just thinking about how I was going to accept working a 9 to 5 again because I had potentially given up, or at that moment, that's what I believed, that I had given up and there was no hope for me in the business world. But I think there's hope for everyone in the business world. It just depends on your drive, on your grit, on how much you're willing to go through, because it's not easy. Entrepreneurship is most probably the hardest thing someone can do career-wise. It is where you'll eat the most shit, unlike any other job. When you pick entrepreneurship and you pick your own path, everything depends on how you do it, everything depends on what you do, and how you deal with the problems that come in front of you. So, I would say that's most probably the hardest challenge I've taken up in my life. I love it. It's most probably what keeps me going. It, it makes me wake up happy. It makes me go to sleep happy, even though I struggle to sleep because I'm always thinking about what to do next. But yeah, I absolutely had no clue how I was going to restart my life. I didn't know what I was going to do. There was one person that stuck with me through all of it, stuck with me through the struggles, stuck with me through the dead times, stuck with me when I was sick. And I'm sure a lot of you know him more than you know me, and that's Joe. He's the one that keeps this place alive. He's got a different take on life compared to me. He's got a different way of doing things, and I think that's what brings us together. Best friends first, and then business partners. Some might say otherwise now, but it's still stayed the same. We've maintained our friendship. Going back to July 2025 is when Joe and I finally decided that we were going to open another business, start up a creative agency. No clue on what we were going to do, no clue on who the first client was going to be, no idea where we were going to get funding from. And we said, we're going to start this, we're going to try at it again. We're going to take all the lessons we learned, be very picky with who we associate ourselves with, and then move forward. Joe then became my business partner because of the support, the unconditional love that he had for me. If I didn't have that, I don't think I would have started up another agency. I don't think I'd have the strength in me. So that's where the best friend aspect of it comes in. He forgot about the business, he forgot about his benefit in it, he forgot about anything that had to do with him. And even though he was going through it as well, as much as I was there for him, he was very much so there for me and made sure to pick my pieces up, help the two of us get back up, and then say, okay, it's time to switch on. It's time to start another one, and let's go at it again. July 2025 is when we accepted that we were going to start another one. We launched Defy Studios with no idea on how to start again and where to go. But we started, and to our luck, we did get a call from an old lead that I had approached, and they just wanted to start working with us. So sometimes, you put in the work, you put in the effort, you just blindly trust in what you're doing, and you make sure you're doing it with all your heart and commitment, and things start coming back to you. That was a situation where both of us were like, damn, this is the start of something new. It didn't feel real till we had our first client, because without a client, you're nothing, right? And then we got that first client, and both of us were over the moon. I mean, the two of us are over the moon about the most random things in life. It's very easy to kind of make us happy. So yeah, that's how we launched Defy Studios. And the main takeaway from all of that has been the 2 years of entrepreneurship and going through all that dirt has taught me more than I've learned ever in my 26 years of living. More than I've learned in a classroom, more than I've learned from friends, more than I've learned from family. Entrepreneurship taught me what it takes to do something valuable in this lifetime, to create value, to commit yourself to something, to create your own path. It is a different game. But if I didn't take those 2 years in, and if I didn't learn from those 2 years, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be doing what I love. I wouldn't be growing what I love. And I wouldn't have the beautiful team that I have now. But to get to that point, I had to go through all of that. I think it makes me really happy when I look back at it that this is what I went through. This is what Joe and I went through. And it's most probably been the loveliest time. And I can't wait to sit down with Joe one day and just have a laugh about the things we've been through together. What started as friends turned into a deeper level of friendship because of the care and love that was there. The key takeaway from all of this for me has been how real world experiences change the trajectory of your life. As long as you're willing to accept it, you're willing to survive it, and you're willing to go through it while maintaining your life and taking care of yourself. Finding your purpose doesn't mean avoiding failure. Failure is inevitable if you ever try something in life. But the whole point of finding your purpose is going through the journey. I've not found my purpose yet. I know certain things about my purpose on this planet, but I don't have a complete picture. And I never will, because I'll never have enough experience and enough knowledge about life to understand what my complete purpose is. So, in a couple of episodes, we're going to deep dive into how you find your purpose and how you go on that journey. But next up, we've got a very special guest who will be joining us next week, and that is Joe. I wanted him to be my first guest on this podcast. I wouldn't want anyone else to be sitting next to me to do the first one. Fully do not know how Joe's going to go through 15 minutes of talking seriously, but we're going to get him to try and do it. We're going to have a strong attempt at Joe being serious for 15 minutes straight. All I can say is I'm very excited to have him on, and I just want to see where this goes. I've started every business I've ever started with him, and now I'm going to be starting this with him as well. Let's see where it goes. Let's see where Joe takes us. We're going to dive into Defy Studios. We're going to dive into what it takes to be best friends and balance a business together. It might apply to a lot of you out there. I'm very excited to have the special guest next week and for you guys to see the conversations that we have and the connection we have. But until then, if this episode resonated with you, hit the subscribe button if you want to see more. We're dropping 4 episodes a month. If you want to see shorter snippets, follow us on Instagram. And this is basically it. So, welcome to the backyard.